and to the dawn, and to the echoed dusk, I, the king of ancient ballads, scepter of this house, and the falcon of Detir, annihilator of Elkmar, and on, languish in a sanctified seat. We will hear no more from broken sages, nor listen when we venture forth alone. These wintry beckons like the brazen gull that calls and boasts to others of her kind, from Magwir, maid of Windermere, that once again enraptured me in my hollow.
Sagril, you've come at last. It's time to cross swords with one worthy of your talents. You have caused the maid much grief, and that saddens me. Luckily, your death will provide her much pleasure. Correct. And since you are the one who denies the right of the maid, you will be punished.
Wretched fool of pride am I to think I could resist her seduction. I know perdition like the terrestrial cane, a crutch that saps the dew of youth. And yet here was beauty manifested, a heart serene, sublime, a clamorous cascade, all in calumnious wonder. When night falls on the countryside, the noise of wanton opprobrious lechery, the stench of sullen gloom, and the false corpse of sordid history exhumed to please, compounded and again interred into the womb of the past. Then am I lost.
Look at this, Olaine. The Maid's old keep still has vermin lurking in its shadows. Tell me, Sagril, is there a reason we shouldn't exterminate you? Strong words from the wee babe. Let's see if your blade is as sharp as your tongue.
Maid of Windermere has corrupted and stolen freedom, Hans. She loves her slave, a skeletal mind of sleep, a deathly pagan of submission that trembles near her touch. From ecstasy so base she laughs. She is all. I adore her. I love her without repudiation, malcontent, denial, or falsehood. At times beneath a veil of lusty happenstance, to prove there is no more of Belmaid, my old love. There is only Magwyr, only Belmaid.
At last. At last you've come. The maid has made her sick fantasy a reality. Everything she was has been warped by the Prismere crystal she holds so dear. It is difficult to tell if she controls it, or if it controls her. We must escape this place. The telling has failed us, Sagril. Nothing is certain. If we must. But I fear I have no role in this song now. We are far beyond what is familiar. The maid will be in the courtyard, where our ballad finds its end. Come, I will show you. Perhaps then I will find the courage that is required. It's not far. Stop! Sagar, wait! Go no farther! I can't do this. I can't. You must understand. Every time I have faced the Maid of Windermere, we've both dangled by the strings of fate, puppets in the telling. Now she is free of those bonds. I would not even know how to face her. Before, my victory was assured. I have never known failure. This story is yours now, my friend. Take the King's token. You are the only one left worthy of possessing it. It was you she wanted all along. I believe in you.
We meet in the flesh at last. It is a pity our relationship ends here. I was beginning to think we had a future, as creatures of common purpose. All you have witnessed was for me alone. It was justice. Imagine a lifetime of bondage 100 times over, and you will know my suffering. You, though, you are special. You are one capable of comprehending such concerns. We too, we are misunderstood. Perhaps, but you and I are the same. We challenge the past and strive to rewrite the future. We are singing the greatest song of all. The Tuatha have taught me that power only comes with the willingness to destroy, to begin anew and tell new stories. And in Prismere, they have found the means to do so. I weep for what might have been. You and I, side by side, wielding the power of the crystal. But there can only be one hero. We usher in a new season, you and I. One where we rule the House of Ballads side by side. The Maid of Windermere is finished playing the villain. Now go. I shall prepare a place for you. Our telling is whatever we wish to make it. Come, my love. It is time we returned to the House of Ballads and assumed the mantle of leadership. This is our time.
And with sacred vows of the rising sun, the eternal flood of a love lies near, a streamlet of satisfied honeyed truth, like the flowered scent of a bedewled veil, so wistfully endures the swollen heat, persists through time and doubt, until at last, like heaven's jury in a court of chance, proffers forth the once impending evil. A love, but this one most divine and fair, the memory of Queen Belmaid, my faith, my heart and will, the gentle calming wind that like the supine earth a tree's embrace, I'd welcome it. I remember Belmaid.
The hero returns. But to what? You have, and the remnants of the telling scatter in your wake. Your presence here was the change I saw coming. It was the looming death on the horizon. I do not blame you, Sagril. This world, this Amalur, is a realm of mortals. A kingdom of dust for transient souls on their way from one life to another. It is not a fey world. It is not my world. Perhaps you and the maid will find reassurance in this volatility. I cannot. I will remain here to serve this house, as has been my role for many seasons. Now, as it was then, I am a servant of the House of Ballads.
At last, you're back.
I'm sorry. Did you say something? I'm a bit lost in thought. Today could be the day, you know? Camden could be the next one to round that corner. He is my husband. Although we were together for only one night before he marched. His militia fights under the banner of General Finn. We had one night together, and then he departed for 3 long years. He will return. My heart tells me so. I can't give you much in return, but what I have is yours. The Alpha army is notoriously secretive with their information, and all my pleas for help have been ignored. You might find something in Dyden Hill. That is where Camden volunteered. Of course, that was years ago. Thank you for your kindness. I will be waiting here for news. Farewell.
Behave yourself.
To show that we gnomes should stay with our own.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.